Hello. I, you over there. Can you see me?
Oh, good. Uh, Now, let me ask. What has caused you such trouble? It would seem as if you've been attacked. Was it perhaps by some moose or the such? Huh. Peculiar. I know that the moose is quite a strong and burly creature, but it's not often that I hear of it attacking a person. Sometimes you never think that God's creation would have such abilities to harm the greatest of his dominion. Yet we really should and must remember that we were given dominion over his creation. So if in any way we manage to upset it, it, it still is upon us to set matters aright. However, I suppose the moose is all but calm by now, so that very problem should trouble you no more. In different matters, how may I help you in these hours? You, you believe you need some new clothes? well, if I may say, uh, that is somewhat self-evident. Uh, Regardless, why don't you follow me to my lodgings? I can fix this apparel problem. All right then, follow me. I live relatively close enough. So, my uh, new friend, I suppose, what colony do you come from, if I may perhaps ask? It's not often that one strays too far from their own settlement. Salem, Massachusetts Bay Colony, eh? I've heard of that place. You see, I'm originally from Boston myself, but I moved west on account of the growing populations of the city. I moved to this little town so that I would not be too dragged by the social life of the city. Out here, I can have a closer relationship with everyone, especially the Lord. But I wish not to talk about myself. I wish to hear you. So, I hope you would not mind to further explain how you ended up here. Oh, oh, hmm. Oh my. I got lost while attempting to escape their hysteria. I do believe I heard a portion of that news coming out here, but I just have to say how peculiar. It's not often that you hear such hysteria seize the minds of the greatest of creation. Truly is the work of the evil one, would you not agree? Regardless, I shall not dwell too much upon the theological aspects of it. It is good to hear that you have achieved some sort of safety. That I believe is to be the most important at the moment. For now, you have refuge within our community, until you feel it is safe to return to your own, or perhaps you might wish to naturalize within our village. Uh, what might you think, my friend? Yes, you are right. It probably is better to deliberate on such an important issue. Uh, it seems as if we have reached my humble abode. Distance was short, as I have thusly described. Truly is quite quaint, is it not? Very sturdy as well. This wood provides a significant amount of insulation. It is amazing, I believe. Reminds me of the old English homes. I would believe. I really would not quite know. I should confess. I was born and raised within the confines of these Massachusetts lands. However, that is besides the point. Why don't we remedy your clothing problem? Well, it would seem as if my children and wife are not home. Suppose that they are likely out at a social gathering. Connecting with a community truly is a great thing, I believe. Yet it is still a shame. I'm typically not the best with clothing myself, but As the Lord hath chosen, I will fill the role. Well, come hither. I believe there are some over here. Ah, yes, this is the wardrobe. I understand it is simple, yet this is what is necessary to prevent over vanity. You don't want too much material, I believe. You know, a simple life is good, or at least to me. Yet that is not why we are here at this moment. Let me just think a second. What will be suitable? Hold on, just give me a minute of your time. I'm so sorry. It's not typical of me to be so indecisive. I'm just struggling with the dimensions of you, which, might fit into such clothing. Truly do forgive me. Yes, that one should be the ideal one. Thank you for staying patient. I will I will just give this to you. I believe you would have the best privacy in the master bedroom. I often find it provides the most solitude for my devotionals and ponderings. Oh my, you're finished. That was quite speedy. I applaud you on your swiftness. Regardless, it seems as if it is getting dark. It's quite peculiar for my family to not have returned in such time. Surely they are being held back at the social event. Regardless, that is likely for the better. In the meantime, whilst we wait for them, I suppose I can prepare supper. They likely will have gotten their daily bread at this event, so I believe it would be simpler to prepare for the two of us, as a gesture of kindness. Just let me check to see what we have. It would seem as if the carrots are plentiful, and so too the potatoes. Perhaps I could make a stew. Well, I don't know if I have broth. Are there any non-roots which I can procure? Oh, the basic bread, obviously. We'll need that. Truly staple of the human diet. But is that an apple? Several. Perhaps I have some leftover dough. I could prepare a delicious pie. Yeah, that definitely should be for later. I shouldn't think about that now. Let me see. Are there any meats that we have salted? I believe obviously the guest deserves a good meal. So perhaps the meats. I can't see them. I can't find the meats at the moment yet. Let me go check the other way. I know that it's not necessary, but I just want you to have a good first meal. Wouldn't you agree? Well, yes, I know that's very true. I suppose that is very materialistic and ideals, and I have some courtesy that I would like to hold to myself. And so I hold this to be truthful. Hold on, let me just go look again. Oh, is that turkey? That's amazing. Well, whenever it is, I'll go report it. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hello, I'm back. It would seem as if we have salted turkey. I understand it's not the typical meat of consumption, but it is a quite fancy meal, in my opinion, as well as it's a local bird. Did you know? So, do you wish to indulge in such a creature's meat? It is up to you in the end. I understand it was a silly thing to ask, but I felt as if I need to ask it. I shall get to preparations. This is going to be quite a delectable meal, if I say myself. And perhaps you'll agree with me. That is the hope. I will instill within these the honest works which the Lord has endowed upon me. Here is your meal, my friend. My earnest work has hopefully created an excellent meal. Oh, me? If I must say, I perhaps had fallen to my temptations and consumed my meal prior to your serving. I am truly sorry about that, yet it was not all in vain, I believe. Uh, I suppose this taste test, if you will, was for the betterment of my knowledge that this was crafted to nigh perfection. Of course, it is not truly perfect, as I know nowhere near the example which has been set by our Lord, yet I can pride myself on such works. Regardless, you should enjoy this meal, which I have prepared for you. Yes, I do agree. It is amazing. Perhaps I should have told you that my God-given profession is that of baking. In this town, I am the trusted baker. In fact, God has blessed my endeavors quite greatly. It has been filled with success and prosperity. So I felt it is only rational that I apply some of these gifted skills upon my newly founded friend. Truly a great opportunity. Oh, you wonder where the turkey might be, perhaps? I can see that slight puzzle in your eyes. Well, I assure you that there's still turkey. I just saved the best of my work for first. I know that sounds counterintuitive, and perhaps it might be a silly idea, yet it has been done in such a way. I will go get the turkey. Don't worry, it is still complete. I will just save the cooked portions for when my family returns. Or perhaps if they do not return in time, I will just eat it myself. However, for now, it is your bird. Just let me go get it. I have returned with your entree, I suppose. It's quite bronzed from the cooking, yet I believe it will suffice. Oh, you like the shading on it? I suppose that makes sense. I have heard once that such burning is best to keep away infectious diseases. In a sense, that makes sense, yet I am not truly an expert on such subjects. Regardless, here's your bird, my friend. How does it taste? I'm typically not the one who cooks the meat. In fact, I believe that is done by individual families within this community. Or at least I've never seen a cookery, and if you will. Please forgive me for my lack of vocabulary. It is quite a detriment, I suppose, the inability to articulate thoughts, yet at the end of the day, as long as I'm in the service of the Lord, there is no such detriment. Oh, good. I felt as if I was capable of cooking. Perhaps I could start up a tavern, such as those in England. Of course, without the ale, or at least a very limited version of such consumption. Temperance is an important virtue. The good word never outlawed the general indulgence. After all, it only outlawed the excess. For now, may I ask just one question? What is your interest in perhaps a pie that I suggested earlier? You would like such a thing. That is good to hear. I'll just finish up what you believe is the best capacity for your stomach, but make sure to leave room for the pie, because I will be going to bake the pie. It's quite a simple process for me at this point. Fresh out the oven with a delicious masterpiece. A crispy apple pie. My mother used to make ones like these, and so too my father as well. Though both excellent bakers, I must profess. Perhaps this is an influence on my skills. Regardless, here's your pie. It is a bit crisp, Uh, while you eat that, just let me move these turkey remains out of the way. You ate a decent portion. You must have run a long way. Uh, no bother. Uh, Proper feasting is always a necessity. I'll just finish off these remains in order to prevent wastefulness. I do believe this would be enough for my returning family, yet that should hopefully not be a problem. Surely, if they are out this long, they will be properly feasted, my friend. And so to you, should that feast be brought. So eat this crisp pie. Wow, I hadn't realized that my baking was just that amazing. Seems as if a demonic force has taken control of your mouth with how fast that pie disappeared. I appreciate the hunger, my friend. It is truly great to see someone enjoy my food. No problem. It truly only is what the Lord would want. To help a fellow member of his great creation is but my duty. Regardless, if you are finished with your meal, I should show you where you will rest tonight. Why, of course you'll be sleeping here, unless you have a friend within this town, but I do not feel as if that's the case. Ah, yes, follow me. We have a guest room in this house. Well, of course, it is technically a room for my children, yet it is often used as a guest room. In fact, I do not believe it has been used as a children's room in roughly 4 years, perhaps more. It is still technically a room for them, though I just felt as if I should mention that. And here we are. This will be your slumbering chamber. You have been a wonderful guest, my friend. You are an amazing person from the information that I have gleaned. Whether you decide to stay in this town or return home, I will know that you will be successful. Rest well, my friend.